Relationships are built on an invisible yet powerful foundation: trust. We offer presence, loyalty, time, and deep down we expect the same in return. But what happens when something starts to change? Not in an obvious way, not with words, but through gestures, silences, and small actions that didn't exist before. Today, on MindForge, we'll explore 10 subtle signs that something might be wrong. It might not be betrayal, but it could be the beginning of a drift, a symptom that feelings have changed, even if no one has the courage to admit it. 1. She avoids you when she's on her phone. Technology is part of our routine, but when it turns into secrecy, something's wrong. If your partner starts leaving the room to take calls, if she hides her phone screen, replies to messages in secret, this is no longer about privacy. It's about exclusion. And exclusion always leaves a question hanging. What doesn't she want me to see? 2. Irritation over small things. Mature relationships have room for differences, but when even the tone of your voice starts to bother her, when everything becomes a reason for criticism and impatience, maybe the problem isn't you. Often those hiding something live in tension. Guilt weighs heavily. The fear of being discovered is exhausting, and that frustration spills over, sometimes in the most trivial details. 3. Emotional and physical distance. You can feel it. She's still there, but she's no longer with you. Hugs become rare. Kisses are perfunctory. Her gaze absent. The connection you once had seems to dissolve into thin air. This doesn't happen by chance. When someone starts investing emotionally elsewhere, being present here becomes a burden. 4. Affection in freefall. Affection is a silent language, but it says more than 1,000 words. If she no longer shows affection, avoids touch, pulls away at the slightest sign of closeness, the body speaks what the mouth doesn't have the courage to say. And when affection fades without reason, it's a sign that something is dying or already dead. 5. She avoids introducing you to her friends. Healthy relationships expand. You meet her friends, she meets yours. But when you become a secret, when she seems uncomfortable with the idea of mixing worlds, it might be because she's already living a parallel life. And sometimes the friends know or are part of the lie. 6. Frequent excuses to go out alone. Extra meeting. I need some time with a friend. I'm going to take care of a few things. None of these phrases are suspicious on their own, but the senseless repetition, lack of clarity, odd hours, all of this can reveal a pattern that wasn't there before. And when there's a pattern, there's intention. And intention almost always points to something you weren't invited to see. 7. Constant use of silent mode. The phone vibrates but doesn't ring. The screen is never exposed. She holds it as if guarding a precious or dangerous secret. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's everything. The phone's silence speaks volumes, especially when the sound only comes on when you're not around. 8. Arguments without reason. Arguments are normal, but when they become constant, aggressive, without real cause, they might just be a smokescreen, a way to create emotional distance, or to push you away so she doesn't have to take the initiative. Forced fights are often the language of someone who no longer knows how to say goodbye. 9. She asks for a break. This might be the most feared phrase by any man. I need some time. But time for what? If she can't explain, if she seems confused, evasive, if this break came right after a series of strange behaviors, maybe she doesn't want the relationship anymore but hasn't found the courage to end it. Or maybe she's already found someone who made her question everything. 10. Changes in financial behavior. Money is an extension of intention. If she starts spending more, avoids showing you bills, or gets defensive when you ask where it went. This isn't just about spending. It's about investment. In what? Or in whom? Financial changes can be the final link in a story you already knew but avoided admitting. Final reflection. These signs aren't certainties, but ignoring them is dangerous. The male mind has been trained to endure, but it also needs to learn to perceive. Before accusing, observe. Before reacting, reflect. And if necessary, talk. But talk as someone seeking truth, not confrontation. Here at MindForge, our purpose is clear: to help you see what your intuition is already trying to tell you. If this video touched on something you're experiencing or have experienced, leave your comment. Your story can help other men awaken before it's too late. And if you want to continue this journey of strengthening and clarity, subscribe now. You're not alone. See you in the next video. Forge your mind, protect your heart.